Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Suresh Kochatal. We saw what happened at Pahalgam yesterday evening. Sights and sounds that shocked everybody's conscience across the nation and the world. We have been quick to condemn it. We've been saying act against Pakistan, act against the terrorist, all kind of calls going out to Prime Minister Modi and others. Of course, questions being asked, was there a security lapse and all that. But today we are not going to look at all that. We're going to look at how India should react to Pakistan and the Pakistan-sponsored groups that operate against Bharat. And to discuss this with me and more is analyst Giridhar Mamdiji, who is a kind of an analyst who will kind of dissect the entire thing for you and tell you things as they are. Namaskar, sir.
Namaste, Suresh ji. Namaste, namaste.
See, we saw what happened at Pahalgam. Before this, we had Uri and we had Pulwama. And different points in time, even in Manipur, we had a terrorist attack, which that is not known much to people, the surgical strikes there. But the surgical strikes after Uri and the Balakot attack after Pulwama, we all know what really happened. But we Indians are very emotional. We want things to happen and we want things to happen now. We want Modi ji to go and drop a bomb in Pakistan. That is an emotional outburst that is coming out. But what, according to you, should be the way forward in this entire thing?
So let's presuppose that we put a bomb on them, okay, for whatever these guys want. Is it going to solve the problem for good? We have done surgical strikes.
Correct.
Did the killing stop? We did Balakot strike. Did it stop? So the point is, we have a character in our Hindu Puranas called Rakta Bija. Is a Rakshasa. If you stab him, every drop of his blood creates one other Rakta Bija. So his blood should not fall on the ground. The moment it falls, more of Rakta Bijas are born. Pakistan is like that. You kill 1,000 of them, they can produce 10,000. It's a factory which has unlimited supply. So who do you target? You go and kill, you go and knock out the whole of Borudki, their Rawalpindi headquarters, you bombard it, raise it to the ground. People will come up from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. People will come up from some other obscure region of Bahawalpur. How can you stop it? The problem is not the tanzeems that we are seeing today. Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed have no independent identity other than Pakistan Army. They are extension of Pakistan Army. Like, for instance, of course this is not a comparison, but what we do is, because army is not supposed to be dealing with civilian problems, we created a special counterinsurgency group called Rashtriya Rifles. Right? We call it not non-army, but it's manned by only army guys only.
Yeah,
they're deputed there and then they go back. Still, technically, we say that this is not an army. Right? Similarly, they say this is not technically army. They are independent guys. They are doing what they are doing. But they are nothing but Pakistan Army. Their logistics, their funding, their training, their target setting, their cover fire internationally. When certain terrorists of these groups are being designated as international terrorists in UN, why does Pakistan come to rescue them? So you should understand, they are all nothing but extended arm of the Pakistan Army and ISI. So once we have this clarity, then our approach should be very different.
What should be that approach?
So our approach has to be to increase costs for Pakistan. Today they have zero costs. They came and did Kargil to you. Did it hurt them? On the contrary, they got billions of dollars of funding from the West. For what? For the so-called war on terror, where they gave access, they leased their land to be used to go and do what America did in Afghanistan. Right? It's a rentier state. Right? So that's it. So for them, till now, for 75 years, there has been no cost on Pakistan for what they did to us. They did so many terror attacks, nothing. Mumbai attacks, nothing. Then people talk about dialogue honi chahiye. We need to have a dialogue with them.
Aman ki asha.
Aman ki asha. Whatever. Even Modi ji went to another extreme, which no other prime minister did. What did he do? he invited ISI to come to Pathankot to investigate Pathankot attack, which no other Prime Minister did earlier. Right? He even went to that extent. What happened? Neither the Pathankot perpetrators, the handlers have been taken to task, they have been arrested, nor the Mumbai perpetrators. The problem is that is the only way Pakistan can survive. Every country has a DNA. Pakistan has a DNA, Bharat has a DNA, China has a DNA. What is our DNA? Bharat's DNA is to maintain status quo.
Don't do anything.
We maintain status quo, assuming China intrudes 20 kilometers. Okay, now you don't intrude, you stay there. So we don't want to disturb anything. So that's how our approach has been. After the 62 war, we lost so much of territory under multiple governments of Congress governments. Still, what happened? No cost to us. We want to maintain status quo. So we go to the extent of saying these are not the era of war. Of course, who wants a war with a nuclear neighbor, right? But when he is thirsting for it, what are your options? So the problem is our DNA is to maintain a status quo. Now, what is China's DNA? China's DNA is expansionist. So every year, whoever is there in charge, Xi Jinping now, he has to give to his report to the Politburo that this year I have occupied X square kilometers of land or sea. Every year they keep on encroaching. It could be land, it could be sea, it doesn't matter. For instance, they have claims even in Greenland today. They say Greenland folks have migrated from China, they are original Han Chinese, so I need it. That's why Trump is wanting to take over Greenland.
Okay.
Now, they started saying Australia belongs to us. Australia was stunned. They were shocked when they discovered that live fire drills were going on just a couple of 100 kilometers away from their coast.
Tasman Sea and all that.
Yeah. So they were stunned. So they can lay claim to any damn thing under the sun. I had attended Indian Ocean Conference in Muscat recently, a couple of months back. There, the Chinese representative comes and says, we are near Indian Ocean power. They created a new term.
So it's not just South China Sea, they're going beyond it.
Yeah, and they have already coined a term, we are near Arctic power. Now they're saying near, Indian Ocean power. So don't be surprised when they say we are near Atlantic power. So that's the DNA of China. Now, what's the DNA of Pakistan? Pakistan is not a country at all. It's an ideology. If the ideology dies, Pakistan doesn't exist. So they do anything and everything at any cost to perpetuate and sustain that ideology. What is that ideology? That ideology, sadly, every country has its history as a certain identity. What is Pakistan's identity? Pakistan's only identity is we are not Indians, we are not Hindus. It's a negative identity. What are you? They don't know. Whether they are Arabs, they are Parsis, they are Turks, Mongols, they don't know. No country can have a negative identity. So if you see from 1947 till now, according to their narrative, they have won every single war against us. They did not lose a single war. 47-48 they gained territory, right? Today's POJK, Gilgit-Baltistan, they have, and that too, large tracts of these lands were in their control, right? Second, in 65, they lost nothing. They initiated the war, Barbarossa or whatever it is. They did what they did. And then in Tashkent, we went and surrendered even Haji Pir. We lost hundreds of soldiers
defending that position.
Defending to take that position back from them. And what did we do? We just went and surrendered. What cost did they pay? Whatever our gains were in 71 at the battlefield, we surrendered in Shimla on 72.
With 90,000 soldiers.
Free of cost we gave them, and for what? And in return we did not even ask our prisoners of war to be returned. Forget about even a single inch of occupied land. 99, Kargil. They came, intruded, they tortured Saurabh Kalia big time, and then there is no human rights violation case against them. There is no war crimes against them. And on top of it, they get billions of dollars funding.
Mr. Girdhar, if you remember this particular one, Girdharji, a few weeks ago, the Pakistani army chief made a startling speech. I'm not sure what the occasion was, but it had a good audience to listen to, and where, I'm sure you watched it, and where he said that two-nation theory was what he was expanding on. And he says that Jammu and Kashmir, we will take it one day, come what may. Of course, they refer to as Indian occupied Kashmir and all that kind of stuff. Do you think the local Pakistani, because the Pakistan system itself has failed, as you rightly said. So is the Pakistan army now trying to gain back that momentum which they had lost by harping on Kashmir? Because that's always they do whenever they are on the losing side.
Well, you see, for the Pakistan as a state to remain united, they need a common threat or an enemy. If there is no threat, if there is no enemy, it will implode. It's on the verge of implosion right now, as we see. Balochistan, largely it's gone out of control of the Pakistan forces. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, we know what it is. Between these two provinces, on an average, 5 to 7 soldiers are getting killed every single day. That is a huge cost for Punjabis to pay. Now let's look at Sindh. Sindh is on the boil. Any moment it's going to erupt into a volcano. Now what is the problem in Sindh? See, the river Indus, Sindhu river, it flows via Punjab and it enters Sindh. Sindh had for centuries, thousands of years, very fertile lands. It was very fertile. Punjab was fertile, so was Sindh. Now the Punjabi guys have so recklessly, so irresponsibly used this water that the water that is flowing into Sindh is reduced to 10% of what they were getting in the 1950s. On top of it, now they are going to divert whatever water is left to irrigate, not even irrigate, what you say, to create greenery for defense housing colonies in a desert called Cholistan. And what is this Cholistan? Cholistan is same Thar desert. They just named an Islamic name on the other side of the fence, near Jaisalmer, just outside Jaisalmer. So that area, they are going to divert this water to irrigate the plants in their bungalows and villas, where because no more land is left for them in Lahore, Rawalpindi or Islamabad for the future generation of armed officers, army officers. So now they are going to do that. So the Sindhis are not going to have drinking water, forget about using for their fields. So they are erupting in big time. So what is the only thing which can glue them together? Imran Khan has split the whole society vertically. Now somehow the army could bring these two guys, Sindhis and Punjabis, together to form a government. Now Sindhis are going to break away, they are going to put a lot of pressure. If Zardaris don't comply, they don't listen to them, you're going to be seeing a huge amount of violence in Sindh. Because it's a question of water, survival for them. So what is it that can join them together? It is a hate for Hindus, it is hate for Bharat. So the glue that can keep them together is only this. That is why Asim Munir had to rake this up. Where did he rake this up? He was talking in an audience of non-resident Pakistanis. Right? And so he is trying to reiterate that our target is Hindus. Right? So we will target Bharat, we will target Hindus, and we will target Kashmir. So that the internal differences can be all smoothened out and all of them will come in defense of the nation and in attacking and killing the kafirs.
So when the terrorist who killed Manjunath and his wife pleading that she also be shot, said jaake Modi ko bolo. Now different people are inferring that statement in different ways. How do you look at that statement?
So it is a message. It is a clear-cut message from them that we will target. See, that has been Islam all the time. Islam always killed men and they took women as war bounty.
Okay.
You understand the message what they are trying to send. Even Relief, Chaliv, Ghalib,
in the Kashmir
in
Valley.
the Kashmir Valley. Leave your women here. So Islam has been after looting and taking women as hostages, as sex slaves. This has been their history all through. Right from Prophet Muhammad's first war of Al-Badr, you name it, all of them, this has been the pattern. That's exactly what they're doing now. Now, of course, they can't take these women away. So, they're sending a strong message that we are back as Muslims, as Islam. This is our right and we will do it.
So, what should Modi ji do? Because that's what I started this particular conversation with you. Because the easiest solution for our drawing room experts who tell Mahendra Singh Dhoni how to bat in an IPL T20 is also to tell Modi how to take care of the security of this country.
So obviously, let's look at what he cannot do. Can we go an all-out war with them as a what do you say, first reaction? Obviously not, because they are a nuclear-powered country. Second, they have no morals, they have no scruples, and so for a drop of a hat, they can use a nuclear weapon. Yeah, they don't have a satellite to navigate it. They can't target Hyderabad, they can't do a lot of things. They don't have any delivery system. But doesn't matter. Even if they throw something into Punjab, into whatever Kashmir area, I don't know, whatever. Kashmir they may not attack, but into Rajasthan, Jaipur, whatever close by they attack, a tactical weapon. By the time you react, something could fall on your side. At least in your major cantonments they could attack you. So they could do it. So once it goes nuclear, the whole world gets scared, because our retaliation is going to be ruthless. So then they may escalate it. It may become tactical nuclear. So that is a fear the world has.
But they say in a nuclear war, nobody wins.
Absolutely. That is the fear the world has. That is what Pakistan will gamble. They will go for broke. In gambling, going for broke. All or nothing. So they will do that. So obviously the whole world will prevail upon us to stop. That's the whole idea that they're trying to push it. Right. So obviously we can't go out on all-out war. What did they do? Even they cannot go on all-out war with us. So they kept on cutting us. They kept on bleeding us. So regularly they keep on bleeding us.
Cut India 1,000
wounds is what Benazir Bhutto said. So you do that to them. Right? What do? First, ensure, today sadly we are not supporting Balochistan movement.
I thought we are.
Pakistan claims, but no, sorry, we are not.
Okay.
Because I have got enough friends in Baluchi movement. They say if at all Bharat could have supported us, we would have been doing wonders. Balochistan can't break away from Pakistan for several reasons. That's not the time for us to debate now. But then increase the heat to such an extent, it becomes untenable for Pakistan to hang on there in Balochistan without incurring huge costs. Heat up the western borders of Pakistan. I mean, I'll leave it there. What can be done? Afghanistan, we know what all can be done. Let's do that. Third, open up our LOC. We have given them 3 years of peace. There has been no ceasefire violation. So he could do what he did in Afghanistan, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in Balochistan. His entire forces are stationed there. Now suck them out. Wear him thin. He has to fight 4 fronts war. Make him spend money where he doesn't have.
Fire the big guns?
Correct. If he is firing small mortar guns, you fire 1-2 kilometers into his cantonments. Open up your 155 guns. Fire hard. Our general answer was, we gave a calibrated and effective response. This is the nonsense we talk, right? It should not be calibrated and it should be disproportionate response. Keep on firing. You are not crossing the line, you are not declaring a war. But the Eastern Front will not be kept cool like that. It will heat up. Then impose economic costs on him. Whichever company from Europe or USA, whichever supplies military equipment to Pakistan, you ban them. They need to choose between Bharat and Pakistan. Huge amount of opportunity is there for them to sell to us, and they could sell some crumbs to Pakistan till now, but increase that cost. If they are dealing with Pakistan, they are out. They are in our banned list. They will have to choose. If they have to sell 100 rupees to Pakistan and they have to sell 10,000 rupees to us,
obviously
where they'll choose, we know. Next, you impose ban sanctions on their on any vessel, oil carrying vessel, which supplies oil to Pakistan. Ban that company from entering into our territories. Or at least company we may not ban because maybe Saudi Arabia is supplying. Ban those tankers. Say any tanker which enters Pakistani territory, Pakistani waters to supply them fuel, will not enter our territory. Increase the cost for these companies. Right? Then start patrolling all their ships in Arabian Sea. Just stay a couple of kilometers away from their exclusive economic zone and keep on trailing them. Slightest suspicion, take action.
Fire a warning shot.
Take action, straight. If they're smuggling something, we know. In high seas, you do patrolling, seize it. Right? We have done it in Kandla port, we have done lots of places. Do that. So, literally encircle them in every possible way. You don't declare a war, but he will have no peace. No war, no peace.
Economic war?
Economic, diplomatic, psychological, legal, every possible way you open it up. Then go to maybe, see, we don't want internationalized Kashmir issue. That's the reason we are not seeking redressal from any international forum. Whereas cases like Saurabh Kalia, where we have enough evidence of his torture, go and put it up in the international forum and start extracting what we can from Pakistan. You officially declare that as a terrorist state.
Kapil Sibal says go to ICJ for this 28 people who are being killed.
No, that we cannot do that. That we cannot do that. We will not do it. But Saurabh Kalia, we can. We should.
It's a war crime.
It's a war crime. So that's a different story. Next, this is an extraordinary circumstance that has come in Kashmir. So suspend Indus Water Treaty. You are not reneging it. You are not cancelling it. Because if you cancel it, it will go to arbitration and we have a lot of repercussions.
But that is already going to happen, isn't it?
No, it is not. We have asked them for renegotiation. We wrote them a letter to come to us for a renegotiation. They have not responded till now. Now we will suspend it. Once you suspend it, you are free to do what you want. Right? And let him go to arbitration, we don't care. We say we have already suspended it. Only the mighty, will have a voice. If you are not strong enough, nobody listens to you.
Jiske haath mein danda, uske bhains.
Correct. So impose all these things and keep the cost escalating for him every single day. So it should be so unbearable for him that he should seek international mediation to stop this. Ask him to hand over those three guys, Hafiz Saeed, Masood Azhar and Dawood Ibrahim. Next you will hear that all these three people were killed by unknown gunmen.
I was about to say that, or they are not in our country.
No, that they have been telling for long years. That's okay. In fact, Masood Azhar, they said, is in Afghanistan. Taliban said, get lost, he is in your country.
But how about using Baluchis and the Taliban?
We have to use them. We have to heat it up. We have to support them.
TTP and others?
Yeah, we need to support all of those causes and let Pakistan bleed internally. That we have to do, no doubt about it. But today we gave them a lot of comfort that their eastern border is very, very calm. The most peaceful part is their eastern border. That should heat up. So they cannot take the heat from everywhere. And we remember when General Qamar Javed Bajwa had made a statement that they don't have fuel to run their jeeps.
Correct.
Right? So they cannot sustain this war beyond a certain point. China will help them. China will supply them weapons. But China itself is going to have a serious problem because Trump, we don't know what's going to happen at that front. Unless there is a deal.
What should we tell China then?
We tell China very clearly, we are not going to interfere between you and Pakistan for whatever reason you have a friendship, that's your bloody business. We will take action as Pakistan, you shut up. Now, I'm going to throw a carrot at you. You want to fight Trump on the trade war, you need an alternative, you've been touting a lot, dragon and elephant tango and all, you wrote a letter to our president, fine. We will make your businesses function here more smoothly, we will open up a little more for you. In return, you shut up. We go do what we want with Pakistan, you will not interfere.
And where does US come in the picture now?
US has given us a clean chit. And we have, except Harmanpreet Kaur, who is in their human rights body, except her, the rest of them are all complete Pakistan hawks. Only she is a Khalistani there. Save her, the rest of the entire cabinet is pro-Bharat.
What will West Asia do? The Gulf countries especially.
So, Gulf, West Asia, obviously, for them there are two conflicted things. One, Islam, second is business. Today you see MBZ and MBS. Both of them have chosen business. So that's a big pull. That is the reason why Modi went to airport to receive a piddly small country's emir of Qatar. whereas he has not gone to receive many other bigger countries, whereas he is going to receive him, because you are trying to wean him away for whatever it is. We have to see whatever we can, whoever misbehaves with us, right? We need to start imposing costs on them.
Mr. Giridharji, I wish we could go on. I'm sure the situation will change from day to day, and when it happens, maybe 3 or 4 days from now, when the dust settles down and people tell Modi what to do, Modi will do what needs to be done, and I'm sure we'll get back and talk about it.
Trust me, what we have seen in Pulwama attack, before the 13th day ceremonies that happen for these dead, there will be some action.
Wonderful. Aapke muh mein ghee shakkar, as they say. Thank you very much for sparing your time and talking to us at NHX. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Giridhar Mamdi ji speaking about what India should do to Pakistan in a different way, not just drop a few bombs on them. And I'm sure there are many takeaways from what he said. And hopefully somebody is listening somewhere. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.